All right, guys, here we go again. Another of our Evolution Consulting market updates. This one being recorded on the 4th of May, 2016. So, Star Wars nerds and nerds of all varieties, May the 4th be with you, of course. And just wanted to check in real quick. This is the last one of these we're going to be doing for a couple of days because we do have our monthly that we put out the 13th of each month, known as Wirehouse, and that is where we put a lot of the stuff we don't even put in these little market updates and a lot of our no cost stuff like commentary and whatnot. We do put some really cutting edge stuff in Wirehouse, which is cool. But nonetheless, we did want to do one of these real quick. Primarily for the metals investors, guys. Folks that are in USLV or guys that are trading USLV, GDXJ, NGD, any of the miners, NUGT, JNUGT, those, okay, and who saw a bit of a pullback. You saw metals hit 1,300 and they pulled all the way back to 1,280, and you're kind of sitting there going like, what the hell is going on? Guys, that is par for the course, okay? Now that the Shanghai Gold Fix has price discovery, okay, the COMEX market, or the US COMEX, has to follow suit, otherwise they're going to look completely ridiculous, okay? So what we're seeing now is, real quick, just keep in mind, in about a week, we've gone from those low 1,200 levels to touch 13, went through 13, okay, and then kind of hung around that 1,300 level mark, and then at least, speaking in terms of gold, and then pulled back a little bit to 1,280. That's the new low for metals. It's looking like, based upon our estimation, the 1,280 to 1,285, high 1,270s, 1,279, 1,278, that range is going to be the new established floor, okay, for metal. So we're going to see a couple of pushes up and down through 13, maybe to the 1315 level, 1320, 1340. Guys that are actively day trading stuff, especially the triple leverage, the NUGT, JNUG, USLV, those, okay? This is a great opportunity to do something that we've been talking about on Twitter, okay? It's called rinse and repeat, all right? We know those that are trying to repress the valuations or the spot valuations of metals, they're losing control, okay? They're losing control. They're losing the ability to repress metals, all except for really unloading naked shorts onto the market and trying to artificially strengthen the dollar, which, at this point, look, whoopity-doo, okay? So just as in point of fact, we kind of knew and we kind of forecasted it that the SGE, Shanghai Gold Exchange, they were going to just establish their arrival by kind of just giving that $100 boost and, $2-3 boost on silver. Not surprisingly, that happened. Okay, so that kind of 1,280 level is what we're seeing as the new support. Beyond that, 1,350 within the next week or two, yeah, very likely, probably sooner rather than later. But in the meantime, what we're getting at, what we wanted to do this particular market update for, is because for those of you that are doing the 30, 60, 90-day buy and hold, for those of you that purchased in at the recommended spot prices when we did, I think it was the 23rd, okay, first of all, you're still up in the trade, cool, all right, but second of all, that's not freak out grounds there, okay, that's par for the course. That's cost of doing business. If you're doing a 30, 60, 90 hold, you want to check your account once every 2 or 3 months and go, oh, look at all the money I just made, that's great. But for the really active investors, the active, 2-3 day swing traders, guys, we're coming up on a major rinse and repeat cycle, because you're going to see this. Look, not unlike we've seen between 1,200 and like the 1,265, 1,270 level. That's been going on for a while. Now it's going to be 1,280 to about 1,350, 1,340. Now to go on for a week. Okay, it's just establishing a new normal. Shanghai Gold Exchange still has to create that supply. Okay, and that's how they're going to do that. They're going to try to encourage people to sell off some of their metals, and they're going to keep them at a certain level. Then they're going to move it up a little bit, and then they're going to move it up a little bit more. So what we're going to see now is, based upon Evolution 4.0 analysis, is incremental reestablishments of new normal levels for metals. And it's going to go maybe, a week or two at a time. Let's call them 2-week blocks, okay, where you're going to go, from all of a sudden it'll be 1,400, and then, the range will be, 1,380 to 1,450. We're going to see these incremental increases. So, again, for those of you guys that are doing the 30, 60, 90-day buy and hold stuff, good on you. Keep it up. Sit back, relax. The entry points we gave you, we weren't kidding, okay? Metals are going higher. The triple leverage stuff is going to outpace the spot price of metals, so you can take the earnings off the top, and you can go to your coin shop, or you can go to your accredited metals dealer, and you can buy those metals. That is the whole friggin' point of this exercise, okay, is to grow and protect, but also grow by just simply having physically good delivered metals, your purchasing power for pre, post, and ultimately after the currency collapse, after the global economic reset, which once again we forecast for Q3, Q4 2017, and perhaps even into Q1, Q2 2018, based upon what we're seeing. But somewhere in that range, we know, wow, it's a year range, but still, it's anything after Q3, Q4 2017, guys. We are talking about borrowed time for the U.S. dollar and the Anglo-Western banking system. But once again, point of the story, though, guys, we know this. This is a kind of a quick one. Again, if you're in those trades, tough it out. We're going to see these incremental kind of increases. Those will happen. Guys that are trying to wring every single dollar out of the metals trades, we salute you. Okay, just get ready. Wait till we establish a little bit, some new normals. Right now, again, we're seeing the 1280 on gold. Okay, 1280, maybe low 1279, 1278 range. Let's just make sure that holds. I mean, we're already up $10. It's 11 o'clock at night on May 4th, and we're already up, it's $10. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a real-time check here, and I try not to do these on the computer that I record this stuff on, but for the purposes of completeness, as it were, I'll do a real-time check here. And we have, wait for it. Yep, we're at the 1283 level, guys. It went to 1280 and went boing. Okay, so if you want to grab those, I mean, GDXJ, NGD, I think was, we talk about 10%, 12% down days real quick. That's rinse and repeat, okay? That's just, what's going to happen. It's going to make another couple of attempts to plow through, that 1320-ish level, 1315, 1320. Guys, just keep turning the paper into the metals. I mean, you could put, if you want to put a trailing stop, as tight as 2 or 3% behind it, be my guest. Okay, we're talking about discount brokers. What's it going to cost you? $6-7 for the trade, $5.299 for the trade. Okay, so because we're seeing, especially even on the open, when those move, okay, they're moving significantly. So if you want to grab those range kind of, those new normal establishments, we're saying go for it. That being said, everything else is looking pretty good, guys. I mean, yeah, we have a couple down pullback days, whoop-de-doo, business as usual. But, again, the Strum Ruger plays and all those have been looking really good. Actually, have a pretty good record for selecting companies with great earnings so far. Tesla reported today they have to figure out how in the hell they're going to deliver 150 to 200,000 cars in the next quarter or two. So I suppose that's a good problem for them to have. But nonetheless, that's one of our makes it through the GER unscathed type of plays is Tesla, just because they have so much friggin' technology and they just have so much potential with that company that we see them as being around long after the GER. So that being said, guys, as far as the metals goes, again, one more time, fear of repeating myself. All right, 30, 60, 90-day trade, guys. Sit back, relax. Obviously, put the stops in place. Have them there 10% just in case. Guys that are looking to, and girls, of course, that are looking to make those, wring every single dollar you can out of the volatility in the metals markets and just keep converting that paper into metals. Again, it looks like we got a new normal established. It was 1280 to about 1315, 1320, that range. So that spot price move, okay, is going to move those ETFs, and especially those triple leveraged ETFs. It's going to move them significantly, and it's going to be a great vehicle for you to take paper, to turn into more paper, and then turn into metal. So, guys, keep it up with that. We got a couple days. We got to work on Wirehouse. Again, we encourage everybody to subscribe to Wirehouse. We put a hell of a lot of effort into that publication. We really share some wild stuff, and including, like I said, things like penny stocks, for instance. We don't like to recommend those here. If we do come across something good that is of increased risk, okay, we will put it in Wirehouse. But that being said, guys, we hope you're enjoying these. As usual, feel free to email us with any of the questions that you have. Info@evolutionconsulting.world. It should be somewhere over in this range. Info@evolutionconsulting.world. And, of course, follow along on Twitter @evo_consultants. Again, @evo_consultants. We've been getting a lot of really positive feedback from these videos, a lot of good questions and everything, so we're very, very happy that we're doing them. We hope that we're inspiring you guys with some new trading ideas. Be on the lookout also for, we'll be posting a summary. It's going to be more detailed than Wirehouse, but we're going to be posting our summary of the 3 C's investment program, or investment ideology, fairly soon. And then at some point in time, we got to pack all this stuff up behind me. Okay, move to a shiny, snazzy, doodazzle new location, which we're very excited about. But again, any volunteers that want to help us wrap up about 1.5 miles of wire, you're more than welcome. That being said, guys, again, hope you're enjoying this. And as always, Be good. Remember, everything's a transaction.